next question for you. Next month, you're going to be featured in a panel here in Sacramento, California, with technology and security subject matter experts, and it's on the topic of security and visibility. I want you to comment for me on how do you begin to bring light to some of those hidden threats. You know, like anyone, if you have a security breach, you're going to look at the high vulnerability areas probably before you go out worry about the lower vulnerability area. So could you comment on that?
Yeah, a lot of companies will do a risk assessment, a penetration test, and they will look at those benchmarks in determining what they need to fix. Mm-hmm. And that's where you get your high, medium, and low vulnerabilities a lot of times. And typically when the executives see that, the CIOs see those reports, they immediately want their staff to fix those things that are high. And then they'll move on towards the medium. But oftentimes they discount or they never get to the low vulnerabilities. And in my mind, that could be a fatal flaw, particularly because hackers, if they're determined to get into your network, they usually lay those breadcrumbs that we discussed, those parts of an attack is well orchestrated and planned over a long period of time. Mm-hmm. And they may have the ability and the patience to go after those low risk vulnerabilities and invade you that way.
Oh yeah, I mean here we have, I think the latest number I read, we have California is the world's 8th largest economy. We have 37 million citizens and we have over 226,000 employees. So a lot of targets, you know, as you're beginning to look at that. And like you said, we've got to be keenly aware of, you know, the importance of a high threat area to making sure we're covering our bases on the low threat areas. My last question for you all as we get ready to wrap up this discussion is, there are a lot of managed service providers out there in the marketplace. You all have a unique skill set combining the telecom with the security, but I'd ask you, why LinkSource? Kurt?
I would say because of the people that are here. The skill set, the experience, these are all veterans. They are all very committed to the experience at the end of the day, but they're also committed to the knowledge, which is what we're doing here is we're providing knowledge to the customer and more importantly driving them ROI. We're very reliable and we're a very loyal company to work with on the management side.
Well, and I think it's been said that you all can take the complex and make it simple and help people navigate through a maze of laws, contracts, and really getting them, what's best.
Absolutely, you're hired.
But I got a question for you. You were a chief of security. You had people knocking on your door. You understand the demands. I mean, the organizations that you were on top of these were not small agencies. These were very large entities. So, someone sitting out there as a CIO, a CISO, telecom manager, and they get a knock on the door and it's LinkSource. What is it that you would be able to offer them?
Again, going back to your example of the RSA conference, you have thousands of products and vendors out there. Mm-hmm. How do you determine that? Well, you don't have to. We do that for you. We look at that best of breed. We figure out what is truly a good best of breed security product in each of the spaces. Mm-hmm. And we present that to you after we determine what your need is.
Excellent, excellent. I'd like to thank both of you for joining me today. And for those of us joining in via the internet, thank you for your time. I'm James Baker. Make it a great day.